Today, I want to introduce someone who is very special, a cancer survivor. Meet Oliver Keh. And there are lots of things that we can learn from Oliver. Welcome to Tonychayan Singapore YouTube channel.
Thank you. Hello, Tonychayan.
What is your background?
I'm ordinary 24 years old, like everyone else. So what happens is that actually I have started my own business in 2020 in construction and consultancy. So, but I was still studying back then. I was still in university. So I recently graduated last year from NTU, from the electrical and electronic engineering. So what happened was that I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer in 2016. That was when I was 16 years old. So when the secondary school did all their checks, and the doctor just dropped a bomb and said that, oh, has stage 4 cancer. And then from there on, I started working in 2017, progressing through poly, because part of it is because of family background. Then I think my father wanted me to be preoccupied. So he didn't want me to have too much time to think about, I'm sick or I'm a cancer patient and all that. And then once I reached 2020, I opened my first construction business. My family themselves, they are in the construction line.
Okay.
So I started from there, and then also doing consultancy. And then from there on until recently, last year, 2023 August, opened this Korean restaurant here. So I ventured into F&B. So actually what I do is in construction, I do, or even this table itself is actually self-made. So this is our carpentry work.
Okay.
So everything you see in the restaurant, most of it, I think 80 to 90% of it is actually we renovated by ourselves.
Oh.
Because I do structural work, I do all the civil, we call it A&A, addition and alteration. So all the partition, all the metal structure, and then I do M&E, mechanical and electronic. So all the fire sprinkler works. But for this case in this mall, the fire sprinkler has to be done by the merchant in-house. But the electrical works, the ducting, all those I cover that range also. Because I myself is a fire safety manager. From there, I do consultancy because every time when we come into we call it a new site, right? You have to do all the application through BCA, through SCTF to finally get the approval for the fire safety cert prior to opening F&B outlet. So what actually pushed me into F&B was that I was in this area, and then it just so happened that I managed to see this place.
Yeah.
And then I'm a contractor, I'm a consultant. It's a nice spot. So when you put 1 + 1 + 1 together, then all I need to do is find the right chef and cook the food that I like.
Oliver's restaurant, which is?
Goyohan Soul.
Let's go inside and check out. Why do you choose Korean food chain?
You don't see much Korean food around this area.
Oh.
So before actually I started Korean, we did market study. So around this area, for Korean food itself, you have to go to there's the Gokko Tower there. So over there's a lot of Korean, but there's some distance from MBRC itself. So there's no high-end Korean food.
Oh.
And also at the same time, you don't see many Korean restaurants with bar. So because more than often in this area, there are colleagues. Some of them wants to drink cocktail, but some of them wants to drink soju. So when you come together, most of the Korean usually is either Korean barbecue or the standard or the bibimbap or the sundubuchi, but you don't see one that sells draft beer along with all the cocktail and even all the hard liquors or the gin, the Sprite.
Guys, now we came to Oliver's new restaurant, Roast and Roll. What is this restaurant about?
So what we're serving here is it's called Yong Tau Fu, and what we have is that you have to pick 7 items from here to make a bowl. So it's a 7-piece for $6.90, and all the items here is actually all handmade. All the Yong Tau Fu items are all handmade and fresh. We make it fresh every night, and then we put it inside the chiller and then bring it out next morning. So over here, what I have is I have 3 soup base. I have the clear soup, I have tom yum, I have curry laksa, and then you can mix and match to see what you like. Put them together in this. So you can choose to have it soup, dry, or fried. You can fry all the items here also. Then once you're done selecting all the items, you can come over here, make the payment. The waiting time is about 7 minutes, and you can take all your condiments over there. You can choose to dine or take away. Then to add on, all our soup base is actually all MSG free because we do it in the morning. So for the tom yum and the laksa, once it's sold out, then it's sold out. What we have here is actually our sauce station. Most of the standard Yong Tau Fu only has 2 sauces. It's the sesame sweet sauce and the sweet and chili sauce. But what we have here is that there's 15 overall varieties option we can choose. We can put them either inside here. I can put them either inside here. So depending on what you like, because everybody has a different preference for their noodles, so they can mix and match. There's the prawn. There's the roll egg. The prawn is actually, when I bought it, it's actually alive.
Guys, I have experienced this food many times. I used to come for lunch and we used to have chit chat and all. You guys can come here and check out. Even my colleagues also come here for lunch, and you have seen that one, right? Starting a business in Singapore, is it too difficult, or what is your advice to my viewers?
Starting a business itself is not difficult. Actually, all you need to do is submit the ACRA, key in online. But
Yeah.
sustaining the business is the key, because you have to be the sales. Then you have to go and find, you know, especially in my case, because I am relatively young. So when people see me, they don't necessarily trust. When in my line of work, we sell service. So in order for my client to trust me, they have to get over the border of the age barrier. They have to see past that. Only then we can proceed to all the service that I can provide. Because if not, nobody will give $1 million contract to a 24 years old, right?
Yeah.
So there must be some background checks. The trust must be there before we even get to that stage. So that's one of the concerns that actually I faced when I was doing my job in F&B. Some of them may think that you need to be very passionate about cooking. You need to love food. You need to, enjoy cooking so that you can start F&B business. But the truth is, that's actually relatively low on the priority list, because you need to be very, very resilient. I think that's the most important thing.
I see.
To survive through F&B, you just have to be, it's the mental capacity that you have to have the willpower there, and then to be resilient. That's the number one thing. Then comes the rest of what you like, how do I make it better.
I see. You have 2 restaurants nearby. So how do you manage these 2 restaurants concurrently?
First, I have very, very good staff.
Yeah.
They are my light. Without them, there's no me. I think we have to acknowledge that first, because some of my staff are very, very experienced. They have over 40 years of experience in F&B. And then the things that I don't know, I learn. So I try to do what I can. I try to manage because someone once told me that the higher you go, it's not more about making the right decision, but rather it's more about asking the right question. Because you wouldn't have that much time to be making all the decision by yourself.
Yeah.
So you need the people around you, but you just need to be asking the right questions to point them in the right directions. So that's what I find very, very meaningful. It's a very, very useful advice for me, especially when at where I am moving forward.
So in a day, how many hours you work?
Definitely more than 12.
Or what is your dream?
More F&B outlets. Ideal plan is about 1 to 2 every year. If I only do just one F&B, it's actually very hard to sustain.
But you have different cuisines, right? One is Korean and other is local Singaporean food. But are you planning to start something, maybe an Indian restaurant?
In terms of Indian restaurant, definitely I need to research into it. But at least for now, it's more towards either halal food or Western food, or more of the Chinese, the local Chinese, the Yong Tau food.
Maybe I will just ask some personal questions, right? What car that you drive?
I drive do you know the Z4? BMW Z4?
C4.
No, not sure.
S4? S4 or C4?
Z4.
Z4. Because I drive BMW.
This one.
Wow! BMW Z4. How much does it cost?
Last I checked, for a new car, the current COE is about 400K.
Oliver, I will come to your home and we'll do one video about your car. I want to drive this. Thanks for sharing that one. Now let's go and see this restaurant. So guys, we were actually sitting here. This is actually a VIP room. Now we just go around and see this restaurant. This restaurant renovation was done by you, right?
Yes, even the floor tiles. I help with the floor tiles.
Yeah, I can see that it's a very big restaurant, guys.
All the ropes, the metal structure.
Oh, this is actually the real rope, right?
Yeah, this is hand foot. So we did the design, and then once it's done, I have to burn the rope.
You should have the willpower to run the business, and he have the courage there. For those who wants to start a business in Singapore, You have to learn from Oliver, and you come and meet Oliver anytime in Singapore. Come to this Marina Bay Link Mart, any of this restaurant, and you can meet Oliver. And when you come to this restaurant, tell that you are Tonychayan friend. Then Oliver will treat you good and also give some discounts.
Of course, definitely.
Okay, just tell my name. Okay, everything will be settled. Thank you so much, Oliver. I will see you later. You want to tell anything to my subscribers?
Follow Tonychayan.
Tonychayan Singapore. Okay, I will see you guys later. This is Tonychayan Singapore signing out. Bye.